4 of the South African Rally Championship, the Toyota Gauteng Dealer Rally, took place on the Highveld with 14 stages in the Boksburg-Bopsfontein area. Mark Grenier in the Sasol Ford Fiesta took the early lead, chased by the likes of Charles Wilken in the Basil Reed Ford Fiesta, Leroy Poulter in the Works Castrol Toyota Auris, and Genil de Villiers in the Works BP Volkswagen Polo. John Williams in the second Sasol Fiesta rolled out of the event, while championship leader Konrad Rotenbach in the G Fuels Fiesta retired with mechanical problems. The Pertec Peugeot team had their best result of the season with both cars inside the top 8. Poulter was under pressure for second and rolled in the final stage, handing that position to Castrol Toyota teammate Johnny Gemmell. Stewards handed out some penalties after the event, which saw Enzo Kuhn classified third, Wilkins second, and Cronier first, his first victory of the season. However, these results are still provisional, with a number of appeals having been lodged. The 2011 championship has seen a number of close finishes, and after 4 rounds, the fight at the top is extremely tight. At the halfway mark of the season, Konrad Rotenbach holds a slender lead with 2 wins and a third in 4 events. Wilken is second, 3 points down with 2 second places. With Gemmell also on 67 points, but third courtesy of 1 second and 1 third. With 4 rounds still to go, it's still anybody's championship. So is this a 3-way battle to the end, or will someone else join the party at the top? This rally action is proudly brought to you by Toyota. The South African Junior Rally Championship is new for 2011, and a number of teams are still coming to grips with their S1600 and S1400 machines. Conditions are such that the surprise result is not out of the question.
It is unbelievably cold and wet at the 4th round of the South African Junior Rally Championships. Day 1 of the Toyota Gauteng Dealer Rally, with of course the Snyder siblings at the #1 spot, with Craig Trott and Ashley Haig-Smith in hot pursuit.
Christoph Snyders is leading the junior title chase, having won 2 of the first 3 events so far this season.
Today we'll just take it one stage at a time. The stages are quite rough, and I'm sure the guys are going to be in full force today, especially Chart, so we'll have to look out for him.
The stages have been declared wet, and generally they only do that for good reason when the stages are wet. So we've all taken a gamble and gone to mud tyres. We are going to rerun the 2 stages, stages 2 and 3, later in the day. So, as I say, it is a bit of a gamble, and we'll just have to see what it's like when we get there.
So, off to stage 1 they go. Cars leaving the ramp there at Carnival Toyota, just opposite Carnival City. And stage 1 is a challenging mixture of dirt, tar and brick surfaces in the cultural village in the township of Vosloorus. Bringing rallying to the people is the name of the game, with plenty of spectacular action. Stage 2, Peter Pretorius won, 18.14 kilometers of dirt, the first proper rally stage of the event. And once again joining me, Etienne Lawrence. Etienne, the issue at this point is, what about the tyre choices that they've made?
Well, a risky subject. If you take wets, you can get a puncture through rocks and things like that. But that is, with being a wet stage like this, on gravel and on grass like that, which would be the option.
This is Chart Moradi in the Silverton Engineering Toyota Auris. And he was 9th after stage 1. Guga Zulu in the BP Volkswagen Polo actually won the Cultural Village stage.
Yes, and he seems to be going quite well now. And also, as you can see, they're cutting here. They're following suit of the S2000s in front of them, and he's hoping to get a good position on this rally with no trouble-free run.
Well, I expect a number of problems in this stage because, as you said, most of them are on wet weather tyres. This is Ashley Haig Smith, and he's got a new co-driver with him from M Sport in England, James Eldridge.
It is a once-off drive, and these are the guys that build the Fords for the WRC cars, and so they're going to use them for this event, apparently.
Well, they set the fastest time as we go to Craig Trott in the Team Total Toyota Runex. Also struggling seemingly in stage 1, only 12th in that short stage.
I see that he also opted for dry tyres. That would be the safer option, but it costs you a lot of time if it's very, very wet, like the Snyder's pair did. It cost them time in the beginning.
So that's why they were only 4th after stage 1, and it's a tactical decision they've taken to go the other way.
Oh,
whoa!
And that's Clint Weston almost throwing it all away in one stage.
He's lying second after stage 1, only half a second behind Guga Zulu, so he's trying very, very hard. Tilo Himmel here from Namibia in the Toyota Corolla.
Also opted for dry tyres, and you can see they're battling in the wet.
Well, the spectators are certainly enjoying some spectacular runs here. Jumps.
Another big one for
Guy Buttrell.
Yeah.
In the Yato Tools Toyota Runex.
Stefani Botha, they are looking for a result on this event. They're under a lot of pressure. They haven't had any finishes this year. So let's hope for them that they can pull it through.
Now known as Botha, she got married since the last event. Running in the Team Total Toyota Runex and 6th after stage 1. Megan Verlaak in the BP Volkswagen Vivo.
Also hitting that Sunbrook in the dip there.
Currently 2nd in Class S 1400 behind this man, Henk Lateghan, one of the finds of the season, the Q8 Oils Volkswagen Polo.
Absolutely, this little guy is running like hell. He's got no end to him. He's just improving every single day, every single rally. And he also follows father's suit and cuts the corner.
Haig Smith winning that stage and taking over the lead of the rally. And he leads Snyders now by 17.6 seconds. Bottrell 2.9 seconds further back. Stage 3, Stockwell 1, 10.58 kilometers of dirt. And this one could also claim a few victims, I would imagine. Chart Conradi is now up into 6th position overall. And an important factor is that they still have not had servicing up to this point.
Yeah, they got 3 stages in a row before service. Overshooting that corner, losing all his momentum, it's difficult. You know, you're going too fast and you overcook it. You're going too slow, you don't make a corner properly. So.
How easy is it to get bogged down? I mean, do you need to keep the revs up in these little cars?
You have to keep momentum going to maintain that. That's the biggest thing. And too much brakes slows you down, too much sideways slows you down. So you need to use lines and stay on the road.
Craig Trott in 9th position overall. We've already lost one competitor in this junior category. Mona Janssen van Rensburg came to a halt with mechanical problems in stage 2. This is Snyder's 2nd overall by that margin of 17.6 seconds.
You can see he's battling there through the mud with those dries on. So I'm sure that he'll change after the service. He's not doing too bad considering that he's got dry tyres on.
Clint Weston has slipped down the order slightly now, also overcooking it a bit there.
Yeah, now he takes a big shortcut there. There's Tilo Himmel from Namibia. Very, very good little young lad, also growing every single day.
Like 8th overall indeed, but he would lose some 1 minute 20 seconds in this stage. This is Guy Buttrell. He's 3rd overall, and he's chasing that podium position.
Also, see there, he bogs down exactly on that corner. Heading to the loose stuff on the outside, he's stuck.
Stephanie Botha in 5th position overall.
It's quite difficult when you know the surname was Higa and how to call it Botha.
Megan Verlaak still 2nd in Class S 1400. And both of these cars would get stuck in this stage and lose a huge amount of time. Henk Lateghan sets the 5th fastest time in this stage, which is won by Snyders over Haig Smith. And Haig Smith is now 16 seconds ahead of Snyders, with Bottrell in 3rd position. Servicing at last after a tough 3 stages.
We didn't do a lot of stages the last few months, so I'm still trying to find the pace. And we'll see now when we get the other times where we are.
So you went with the mud tyres, it's paid off. What's your plan of attack for the next loop through?
Same pace, keep it up. Maybe we see, because I think everyone else is going to step up their game. I definitely think Christoph again is going to be up there. I don't know how much, because he's seen behind us, I don't know how much time he's behind us, but I'm sure he'll be right there.
16 seconds behind Ashley, a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, no, there was a few muddy patches where I think the wets would have done quite well, but the stages aren't very wet, so it's actually a risky call because it's quite rough out there.
That new engine seems to have given you the confidence you needed up to third.
Definitely, but you know, the stage is very, very tricky. There's so much mud. You know, it's a bit Russian roulette. You got to keep the car momentum moving and just make sure you don't get bogged down in the mud. But definitely a bit more horsepower in the mud is helping a lot.
Stage 4 now. It's a repeat of stage 2, 18.14 kilometers of dirt. I think conditions will probably be worse now.
Well, it's getting very, very slippery with more and more cars coming through. And Conradi would now line this vehicle up here for this corner, and you can see that he's bogging down. It's got a flat right rear wheel, and that shows you how much effect it has on the front-wheel drive car.
Gugu Zulu in 5th position at this point in the rally, and he seems to be struggling slightly.
He has no trouble yet, which is good. That's what he's been down for the whole year, so I'm sure that he'll be happy about that.
Hank Smith is leading by 16 seconds.
Pushing hard as ever. Youngster is also getting very, very fast.
Greg Trott is in 6th position. I'm sure he's not happy lying only 6th at this point.
He's keeping it constant. That's Craig Trott's way of doing things. He is a constant driver.
There's actually Hank Smith just coming past. He's lost a lot of time, 3 minutes 42 seconds. They had to stop in the stage and change a flat tyre.
And Christoph Sneijder now in the lead, taking over from Ashley H. Smith with their flat wheel problem.
Clint Weston in 8th position overall at the beginning of this stage, and he would also lose some time. Got stuck down in the mud and lost just over a minute in this stage.
He's got a right rear problem on his suspension. You'll see the wheel hanging inside. So he's obviously hit something, or maybe that could have been that first dip that he hit.
Thilo Himmel is going absolutely flat out. He's currently in 9th position. Looks very, very composed though.
Still battling. I wonder if he's still on the rise. I think it looks like it is, eh?
Well, he's going well. 4th fastest in that stage. This is Guy Bottrell, currently in 3rd position overall. And he's got the hammer down. He is smelling a podium finish. And he would go 2nd fastest in this stage. Megan Verlaak, meanwhile, is soldiering on in 2nd place in Class S 1400.
Yeah, and hitting the same bump again, and it's exactly the same spot.
Meanwhile, Henk Latergan is flying. He's setting some very competitive times, faster than some of the S1600s again. Currently in 8th position overall. That's a fantastic performance by the youngster.
He's really, really getting so fast and so quick and consistent.
Now, Stephanie Botha, she has lost a lot of time in the previous stage when she got stuck down in the mud.
Flat wheel and relays popped out, and she costed a lot of time.
In this stage as well, indeed. So Sneijder wins this stage ahead of Bottrell.
Conradi and Himmel 4th, and then Zulu in 5th.
One more stage to go. But at the end of day 1, Christoph Sneijder's held a 10.7 lead over Garrett Bottrell. Chad Conradi in 3rd position. Day 2, much better conditions greeting the teams. We are now in the Babsfontein